Well, the Christian Council of Ghana is expressing concern over what it calls government silence in the killings that took place in some constituencies during the elections. It's also asking or urging the NDC to desist from street protests and resort to the courts for redress of their concerns. Well, joining us on Zoom is Chairman of the Christian Council of Ghana, Most Reverend Dr. Paul Boafo. Thank you for joining the program, sir. We just told the story of a 15-year-old girl who lost her life as a result of election violence. You're concerned that government hasn't spoken about the killings yet. With your work doing advocacy and interacting with government, have you reached out to government on the issues of violence, and have you gotten a response as to why the silence?
Sorry, the voice is down. I can't hear what you are saying.
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Reverend? Can you hear me now, please?
Faintly.
I am asking if you've reached out to government talking about the electoral violence and why the seeming silence over the matter.
Come again. It's sorry, I have to worry you.
All right, Rev, I'm going to try again. Can you hear me now, please? Can you hear me now?
Right.
Okay, I'm asking, you have released a statement and you've expressed concern about the silence of government in the killings during the election. And I'm asking, in your work, in your advocacy work, have you reached out to government on why the silence, and have you gotten a response?
Well, thank you very much. We met yesterday and we asked the experts to come and brief us as to what is happening. And that's why we have that 3 or 4 point release that we came out with. But we haven't met them yet. We're just coming out so that our approach to government and to the political parties, we are now doing that at the background so that we can arrive at a peaceful solution to the challenges we are being confronted with.
Also seeing that you're urging the NDC to go to court. We just heard threats of more street protests. How do we deal with this issue as we look forward to also addressing the concerns raised by the party?
We are saying that if we need to talk about peace, it should be done in a peaceful manner. It should be done in a peaceful way and not in rioting and causing confusion all over the place. Because that one will not appeal to anyone, any meaningful Ghanaian who wants to come out and help with the resolution. Because if I am threatened, if I have to come and help, and at the end of the day, all kinds of insults are held at me, I will sit back. And that's why we are of the opinion that if the NDC can take a peaceful way, then we will all come on board and help to resolve the issue so that their threats and the confusion and the mayhem that is caused on our streets, blocking roads and all that, it will not help us to get to the final resolution of the matter.
All right, beyond the statement, what is the Christian Council of Ghana doing? There are some who believe what we are seeing on our streets didn't just happen. We have raised a generation that some argue is quite intolerant. Even on social media, you just spoke about hurling insults and people just say really hurtful stuff to other people. We are a nation that boasts of having about 70% of its population being Christian. My colleagues have received threats. Beyond the statement, what is the Christian Council of Ghana doing to ensure that generally, beyond elections, we even build or nurture a culture of peace?
We would continue to do what we are noted, apart from the prayers and the other things. That one is there. We'll appeal to our members to also be tolerant. But above all these, we are talking to the leadership, because all these supporters will listen. At least majority of them will listen to their leadership when they tell them to calm down. When they tell them that, look, we are fighting a cause, and that cause it's to do with tolerance, it's to do with patience, it's to do with us building our argument and sending to the appropriate quarters. Being on the streets will not help us. If they can come out with these statements, it can help us to resolve this challenge on our hands. So we are talking to the leadership that can they come up, can they talk to their people, can they calm the nerves of all these supporters who are on the streets? Because being on the streets is no solution. It will not be a solution to the problem.
Rev, before you go, your first point in that statement, you're calling on the EC to, as a matter of urgency, come out with a clear statement on the state of constituencies that have challenges with the election results. Is it that the statements or the notices released by the EC are not clear enough for you? What exactly do you mean when you say clear statement?
Right. What we meant was the constituencies in which there are challenges, those that are being sent to court or otherwise, whatever is happening in these constituencies. We felt that if EC could come out and resolve the issue, because it is the counting of votes and then collating and telling us that these are the votes for party A, party B. And when they have understood themselves, then we say that the tension in that constituency is off our head. That's what we meant. It's not to do with all the other constituencies, but where they are challenging it, they should come out, because they are the referees. They are the best people to listen to.
I'm just asking in specifics what you mean when you say clear statement, because the EC released a statement giving us updates on the seats the NPP had won, the seats the NDC had won, and the outstanding one. So beyond that, what do you mean when you say clear statement in specifics?
The clear here is where what exactly is happening in those constituencies that are being challenged.
All right.
They should also tell us that these are the procedures that we are using to arrive at the conclusion. So that we like the way EC comes out to let the people know. So what is exactly happening in these constituencies that have challenges?
I appreciate your time this afternoon. Most Reverend Dr. Paul Boafo is chairman of the Christian Council of Ghana, and we've been talking about a statement they released, basically urging peace in the country.